Engine room, reverse 1/4. Just off bow line.
Aye, aye, sir. Bow line away.
Engine room, head 1/4. Sound last bell. Leadsman, sound off. Give me a depth reading by the mark.
By the mark.
Mark 4. Engine room, head 3/4. Stand by. Steady as she goes. Captain?
Welcome aboard the Liberty Belle. I'm your captain, Horace Bixby, and my pilot with me here on the Texas deck is a young cub that goes by the name of Sam Clemens. Hey, he's marking his 100th voyage down the river today with nary a calamity on his watch. So far. Sam knows this river like his own backyard. Sam, tell our guest everything you know about this river.
Well now, I always figure it is better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than to open it and remove all doubt. But I will tell you this, I love this river more than anything else. I've loved this river, even from the time I was a toddler back in Missouri. Before we get too much further out of port, I think I should mention that you best not be sitting on those handrails. They're the only thing between you and the river. And the river don't always take kindly to uninvited guests. We've also had reports of river pirates operating in the vicinity. So I wouldn't lean out beyond those rails for that reason either. For those of you on the port side, that river town we're passing is frontier land. A few years back, it was no more than boomtown carved out of the wilderness by a handful of settlers before they started to build up. Until the age of most of the running rampant. Port still has its share of footloose travelers, keel loaders, prospectors, and an Indian or two, but mostly it's flush time and well on its way to becoming a fine big city. Frontierland reminds me some of my own hometown, Hannibal. It takes me back to when I was a barefoot boy growing up alongside the riverbank. You know, it seems to me that when I was younger, I could remember everything, whether it happened or not. But as I grow older, I seem to remember only the things that never happened at all. Over across the way, on the starboard side, was my stomping grounds when I was young. Exceedingly young. Marvelously young. Young by hundreds of years. Younger than I will ever be again. It's called Tom Sawyer's Island, and is named for a friend from my boyhood. Even today, the only way you can get there is by raft. Old man Harper's grain mill's there, back in the woods just off Tom's Landing. And that's Muck Potter's Pond and his windmill. We almost hanged one once. And there's Huck's Landing. I always did like Huck. He could swear just wonderful. He and Tom and I spent most of our wild and reckless youth exploring that island. Lots of caves, lots of adventures, if you know know where to look. And we all knew where to look. That's Superstition Bridge. It connects the Big Island to the Little One. And if you follow the Wilderness Trail there, it'll lead you right up to the gates of Fort Langmore. It's the last trading outpost before we head into Indian country. Look off to the port side there. Every now and then, the water like a crest of rock comes to a natural boil, so it burns out all over the place like a tea kettle left on the fire too long. Indians around there used to tell me these geysers were actually unfriendly spirits, upset by uninvited trespassers traipsing all over their sacred hunting ground. Be that as it may, that big thunder mountain poking up in the sky over there. The Indians named it that because of the sound of falls used to make when the big rains came. And miners and prospectors and get-rich-quick speculators showed up, and the name stuck because of the sound of blasting powder going off every few minutes. There's not so much blasting these days. Ghost stories. Runaway mine train loaded down with simple-hearted, fear-filled folks like you. Look who's drifted out of the bayou. Off the port, Captain. It's Big and Joe.
Old Egan's been marking this river for long and I can remember. Every time the river cuts a big channel, old Egan puts out a fire to let us know whether it's safe to travel or not. However, Sam here has been bragging that if push came to shove, he can navigate the Liberty Belle on a heavy duty. Isn't that so, Sam?
Well, I was born humble, Captain. But mostly it's worn off. Captain, Indian village to port.
Now that's something you don't see. The first time we passed this way, I thought it was the return of one of their heavenly messengers. They said our riverboat was a comet of the sun. Just beyond the village, up that hill, is their sacred burial ground. And those who fall in battle place to top the traditional bed of death. After nightfall, they'll return to warn the great warriors before our to the front.
Attention deck watch. Shoals to port and starboard. Engine room, steady on.
We're entering the shallow water, but there's no cause to worry. Sam knows every shoal and shallow, every snag and sandbar in this part of the river. And he will navigate us through to safe water. You wouldn't steer us wrong, would you, Sam?
I believe we ought never to do wrong, Captain. Especially when others are looking. Leadsman, sing out.
Those of you that have been this way before know that the water can get fairly shallow along this stretch of the river. Leadsmen pull out the deck. Each mark is a fathom, 6 feet. Mark 20 is 2 fathoms, and to us that means safe water.
Captain, we're passing Cutthroat Corner. Attention deck crew, stay alert. If there's river pirates out here, this is where they'll most likely be. I can hear them from here. After all the commotion, it sounds like their interests lie elsewhere. If you folks on deck look past the trees on the island, that's Fort Langhorne. Most of these old forts started out as trading posts. Then as settlers started heading west, the army came in and took them over. My feeling is, these days, there's a lot less frontier and a lot more civilization than is truly necessary. Leadsman, give me a depth reading. Sing out.
By the mark,
mansion back over yonder there in the woods? I've heard folks hereabouts say it's haunted. They say it was built on sacred Indian burial grounds, so now it's filled with spirits. If you ask me, I'd say the ones telling those tales are the ones filled with spirits. If you want proof, just ask them. They got it. 100 proof, I reckon. And whatever you do, don't strike any matches if they aim to breathe in your direction. You won't just be seeing ghosts, you'll be joining them. We're approaching Liberty Square, which is home port for us. We'll be putting into dock shortly, so those of you on the upper two decks might be able to mind to collect all your parcels and head to the lower deck. Got young'uns who want to take them in hand before they get out of hand. On behalf of the captain, myself, and the crew, thanks for flying the waterways with us. I hope I see you next time round the river bend.
Thanks, Sam, and thank you, everyone, for traveling the rivers of America with us today.
Engine room. Approach levee at 1/4 steam. Man the bow line. Purser, check freight and cargo. All hands prepare to dock. All passengers, stand by to go ashore.
Ahoy mates, and welcome back to Liberty Square. At this time, we ask that you gather up on belongings, take small children by the hand, and make your way down to the very bottom deck to exit. Our one and only exit is found on the bottom deck of the boat. It is the deck that is closest to the water. The way you are exiting will not be the same way that you entered, so please use one of our 7 stairwells found on either side of the boat to go down, down, down. All the way down to that bottom deck, the one that's closest to the water for the one and